but another former Broncos coach could be joining Peyton. This one surprised me. Mike Kliss of 9 News in Denver reports that the Broncos have requested permission to interview Vance Joseph, the Cardinals defensive coordinator. He was the Broncos head coach for 2 years. Jonathan Gannon is a defensive guy, presumably doesn't need Vance Joseph, Chris. This would be a surprise, and it's not unprecedented. Gunther Cunningham did it. I think one other coach did it as well. Head coach comes back as a member of the staff under a different head coach. That's what Vance Joseph would be doing. If he wants to he's got a better chance, I think, of getting back in than Rex Ryan. If he gets to Denver with that great defense, they pair it up with a great offense, they make some noise, and then Joseph, who was in the mix and in the conversation kind of to get considered this year, I think next year, as soon as next year, he could be back in it.
I'm a big Vance Joseph fan. So, it makes a lot of sense. And if Sean Payton's looking at Rex Ryan, Vance Joseph, he's kind of that way. I mean, his defenses are extremely creative. They do a lot of stuff on the ball. And to me, that's the way you got to play, as we saw, in the Super Bowl. There's the day and age of like, hey, this is what we do. We're going to play simple defense and be sound so we can play fast. You have to have like a really special group of talent to pull that off. And I think those days are kind of few and far between. You need guys that think outside the box. With the salary cap, every team is orchestrated in such a different way on the offensive side of the ball. You got to have a defensive coach who can go, wait, this week it's a power running team. I got to come up with a game plan for that. Wait, this week they spread it out and are in the shotgun a lot. Now I got to do that. And that's, I wouldn't be shocked. I understand it. I think Vance Joseph is head coach material. He's a great defensive coordinator. I don't think he got necessarily the fairest of shakes there, in Denver when he was the head coach. The quarterback situation was messed up. The team itself, they didn't spend a lot of money on great free agents or all of that. So he would be a guy that I would like to see go with Sean Payton, kind of revitalize, jumpstart his stock in the coaching world and become a head coach at one point. I think he's damn top-notch, and his scheme fits what Denver has, as far as players and scheme match there.
There definitely is some organizational regret that back when they hired Vance Joseph in 2017, they didn't hire another guy who's available to be hired as the head coach, who ended up in San Francisco instead.
Well, yeah, that's right. Well, that, again, there's a lot of things to talk about there. It's an interesting conversation in itself. Elway was running the team. I don't know. Did he want a Shanahan who he's already dealt with one Shanahan and now he's got another one? And, you wonder whether, hey, whoa, it's a Shanahan and he's back and coaching the same team his dad did. Can he handle that pressure? That's going to be a weird thing. I get it. But, yeah, I'm sure I'm sure they've had some second guessers out there, because there's no doubt that Kyle Shanahan's one of the best coaches in football. You can't even argue that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.